Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Second and 3. That's caught. Left side, it's Burks. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played in the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only 2 rookies to win 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll drop to throw. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. I give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has. And if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
And the Rams getting set to go now. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? A little on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoffs. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball. Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. It'll be a 41-yard punt, given 5 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
He's going to drop this one down to Gordon.
Only able to gain a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Looking to throw.
Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 6 on the third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson.
On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Now, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. L.A. set to take over again on offense.
Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Here's Brett Kern now to punt this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away.
Here's Watson.
Bulldozes past him.
Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards.
And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
This one finds Wilson downfield.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam! Puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
Back to throw now on first down. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now back to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. Back to throw again.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson.
Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
from his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain situations.
And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Falcons! Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office will get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On play action, they'll throw. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Garrett Wilson, 51 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Skirts by him at the 35. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing it for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw here. That is incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he'll just get rid of it. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Bradley Chubb coming in from that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And the next-gen stat's going to show just how much time he had to make a decision, and it's not much. 3 seconds, the final clocking. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
He'll drop to throw.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to bring up the 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Brent Kern now as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight.
Returnable for Watson.
A 39-yard punt, a return of 5.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll set up a throw.
Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's 2nd and 8. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted.
And the Rams are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And the Rams now coming out on the field.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. He's got Smith here. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding, defense.
And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And that will bump the lead up to 26. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
McKenzie now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though. Huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Second and 14. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And some room to work. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Up the gut, McCaffrey.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Baker. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
The Rams on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for L.A. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right, and he'll just get rid of it. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Caught, it's Wilson. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Here's Blake Gillikin now.
Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And a
a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He'll drop it off to McCaffrey, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. This is taken at the 23.
13 yards the tally on the return there.
And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. And here now come the Falcons.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. This one goes underneath to Walker. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Second and 7.
They'll run it up the middle now. Gordon gets around him, and he's got some space here. And he's going to get this one all the way down to the Rams 30. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Walker.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
Able to slither by, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Walker. Touchdown, Falcons.
give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And the route is on here in this first half. That time a 6-play drive.
Well, it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
The Rams on 3rd down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Brett Kern now to punt this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back.
And it will be Falcon football.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Rams are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Rams offense now making their way out to take over.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
They came with a safety blitz, and Daxton Hill got home.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll give it up to McCaffrey.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe up to the 41.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
23 yards on the play.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gordon.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He finds Watson complete. He's going to have the first down and then some.
Touchdown, Falcons!
Christian Watson.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Falcons continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency. Because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, this is the second of 4 games this weekend as we narrow the field down to the 4 teams who will meet in the league championship games next Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other Divisional Round game in the NFC. And it looks like we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers doing battle with the Seattle Seahawks. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Rams. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
This offense and Garrett Wilson headed back out.
Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one complete to Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And Walker once more. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing quickly to Wilson. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Straight ahead, Walker. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Walker once more. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ken Walker with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons are pouring it on. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
McPherson on for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Flushed out right. This is Smith with a grab. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st. They'll drop to throw. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. He'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. McCaffrey is going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. So they get 1 score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Falcons offense set to go. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, there were about 70,000 that were quickly calling for that flag. It comes out there for pass interference.
And what do you think, partner? A little sarcasm in that cheering from this crowd here tonight. What they're hoping now is to build a little momentum off of it and give them a more genuine reason to cheer down the road.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2nd and 4. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Back to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
They'll look to throw again.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Rams ready to go on offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Defenders are always happy anytime they can sack a quarterback for a loss of 10 or more yards. There's an example there. High fives all around.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. He'll look to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. He's got Smith here.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for L.A. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup.
Back to throw here. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Caught. It's Wilson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. But that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That one complete down the field to Smith. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll set up a throw. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. McCaffrey running up the middle. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Now back to throw. And he's got it. That pass play good for 7. But it still brings up a 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, 4th quarter, you're going. Patterson's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Falcons ready to take over. And several days ago, you and I talked with a couple of guys in the meetings about how big is home field advantage? And they kind of downplayed it a bit, but I think we're seeing here today, building up this lead, looks like they're going to win. Why home field advantage in the divisional round so important?
Yeah, they may have downplayed it, but we could also sense it was important to them because nothing has to change. You don't have to uproot anything. Sometimes when you're going on the road, you may have to even leave earlier in order to get acclimated if it's going to be a tough environment against the team you're going to play. So being at home is a big deal. But now they know, at least they feel like it, they're moving on to the championship round. There's got to be no better feeling. They'll get that 24-hour rule in. Enjoy that before they look forward to the next opponent.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. This offense ready for their upcoming series as we get a look at the former Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now a throw here, hauled in. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Back to throw. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field.
You just kind of feel for the defense right now. This deficit, they have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. They're like, oh, my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they're down huge in this game.
45 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And going right back to Walker.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Buying time to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a 1st down. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And the Rams getting set to go now.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
2nd and 14. And his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's McKenzie.
And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Back to throw again.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McKenzie. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle, complete. It's McKenzie.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Rams get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good,
as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
They have all but booked their ticket to the NFC Championship game next weekend, and they'll look to finish things off here now in this fourth quarter.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
54 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the fourth quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Up the middle, here's Walker. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The Falcons send out their punter. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
It certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
So out come the Falcons now.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll give it up to the big man Walker. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I know we're in the era of wide open football, a lot of sprint formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. And we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants a football in his hands. He's had a good day.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to Walker on first down.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.